Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name is Gerald and I'm a small-time entrepreneur, small-time investor. I'm all about helping you make more money so that you can use the money to pursue your passions and dreams. So today, we're going to be talking about Imran. So Imran is a very touchy kind of topic because you see his ads everywhere. You know, he is that famous guy that tells you about that free thumb drive. They're going to give a full in-depth review, but first up I need to apologize. I know, like, ever since I made that first video 6 months ago,
about $397 or $450, I'm not sure.
I want that thumb drive.
it's been a really long time since I posted like a follow-up. Many of you guys have kind of like PM'd me on Instagram and say, hey Gerald, you know, tell me about it. And I'm so sorry I took a while to kind of get back to you. First up, this is not the usual content in my channel. My channel is not like a guru reveal kind of channel. My channel is really about personal finance, and also because when I first joined his program, it's kind of like the honeymoon phase. So when you go through the program, you're all hyped up. The honeymoon phase, it clouds your judgment. And secondly, I feel that in order for me to accurately tell you, like, you know, the follow-up services, the community, the support, it's only fair that I kind of post this comment or content review about 3 to 6 months in. So that's why I think I kind of delayed for a little bit, and that is why I'm here today. I'm here right now to tell you guys about this business in a box bootcamp review. So I hope you don't mind. I'm going to make this video a lot more in-depth because I want to help you make an informed decision. After all, if you're going to spend like $1,000 to $5,000 to $10,000, you want to know what you're buying. So thank you so much for waiting. I promise you this is going to be really worth it. In this video, I'm going to cover what this course is about, my experience about the course, what I think about the course, and how much money I made. Aha, this one is juicy. I know you guys are going to love it. And ultimately, who this course is for. Is this suitable for you? I think that's what you really want to find out in the end, right? Can you make money? So let's start off with this arm of mine. This is not by any means related to the course at all. I just happened to have gone for a shoulder surgery, so yeah, that's why my arm is a little bit chat. So let's start off with the course. Like, how much is the course? So for Imran's course, I paid $1,500. I think maybe it was $1,400. I can't remember. I tried to bargain for a discount. $1,400 to sign up for the course. But ultimately, there is an upsell in the end, which I did not sign up for. But I know of people who will sign up, who signed up for the upsell, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that, all those things later on. So now the question is, did I make money from Imran's business in the box program? And the short answer is yes. I made $900 in 2 weeks, which I will reveal to you, but I want you to watch to the end for a couple of reasons. First is because I have some background, which I think is important that you kind of need to know, and secondly, for the YouTube algorithm. Mwah! Oh, by the way, that means for you to like and comment down in the comment section below. I want to try to remain as unbiased as I can when I try to, you know, share with you my experience or the review of this course, but ultimately I want you to kind of do your own due diligence to kind of understand a little bit more if this course is for you, okay? So let's start with the process of this bootcamp. The usual process is you see his ad either through Facebook or on YouTube. I'm not sure about Instagram, but I saw his on YouTube primarily because I'm always on YouTube, and that's when I said, you know what, I'm going to sign up for that free thumb drive. But wait,
the only way to be able to get your hands on this is I want to give you a second free gift as well. Not only are you going to be able to get all of these modules in your hands by the time to get this, you're also going to get free coaching as well.
Before you get the free thumb drive, you must also sign up for the free coaching session, which then I signed up for the free coaching session. And surprisingly, they immediately told me timing to report for the Zoom call because of COVID. And when I got into the Zoom session, I realized, wait a minute, where is my thumb drive? It's not here. But that's beside the point. I went to the free coaching call. That was not Imran himself. It was one of his sales assistant that did the call. And here's the experience. Basically, it started off with the assistant asking me, hey, do you run any business? Do you want to start a business? Do you have a system? And when I kind of answered, yes, I do have a badminton coaching academy and I do have some sort of system, he would say, wait. So here's my 5-step or 6-step or business in a box system that will work really well for you. And then that's when he started to kind of pitch to me how his system will work and would be wonderful and will bring my business to the next level. So that was how it was like. It wasn't so much of a coaching call, but rather a sales pitch to tell me of his business system. So I understand that, so the impression that I got was that the sales staff wasn't very well trained in listening and answering questions, because I think in another video I talk about sales techniques. So they were trying to soft sell, but it ended up being more of a hard sell in this free coaching session, which I understand. I don't blame him if the staff needs a little bit more practice in selling his products, or maybe he was anxious. So first encounter, forgivable. Anyways, I was already sold before I even signed up for the course. I was already sold before I even signed up for the video, the free coaching call. So I just listened to entertain, make him happy, and then I figured, you know what, let me ask for a discount, make it a little bit challenging, see how he reacts. But in the end, I kind of signed up for the course. So very quickly after I signed up for the course, like 2 or 3 days later, I received a nice postage into my house. And it is this. So this confidential, the Catalyst Initiative thing, wow, it gives a sense of surprise, like, whoa, this is real nice. And that's when I started to kind of unbox and see what this thing is about. Let me just try. It's kind of hard to unbox with one hand. So get this out of the way. Basically, you see in his thing, you get 2 different notes. First is the Facebook ads guide, and the second is basically slides about his bootcamp. So I try to, painful, but you see it's basically slides of his bootcamp. Of course, I don't want to be disrespectful to Imran to kind of show his content. At this point, when I signed up, I paid the money. I still had about 1 month before the program actually started, and that's when I got access to his WordPress website program, and that's when I was greeted with this 30-day challenge which has like 21 days in it. So being a good student, I quickly kind of finished like 80% of the course before the bootcamp actually started. And funny thing was that the last 9 days didn't actually appear, and I was like, when is it going to appear? So I actually asked Imran in the bootcamp, and he told me that once I finish, the program, or like after 26 days later, it would appear. Something along the line. So I figured, maybe after a month later, it will kind of show up, and I can finish this entire program. So the website is kind of organized in a not very organized fashion. So there's some sort of progress bar, but it's not linear at all. So when you press next, it makes you very confused. But overall, that 30-day challenge was very prescriptive in what to do, even though some days were literally like, hey, just post your ad. In general, there was some sort of direction which was helpful to get started. So now let's talk about the actual business in the box program, like what the overall system is about. So basically, it's what you do is after you learn the business system, you're gonna be the role of the marketer. You're gonna find customers into this business system that you're going to create, and you're going to find a partner. So he advocates working on extremely simple businesses. I think he gave like 100 ideas, but it's just ideas. One example he gave was like cooking classes. So basically, you partner with a chef, and then you talk to the chef and say, hey, could you help me, So basically what happened is you're going to have to find a chef, and then you partner the chef, and then you're like, hey, you know what, you're going to run the cooking classes, I will do the marketing for you, and therefore, I'm going to pay you a fixed fee, or I'm going to split the commission or the earnings like 50-50 or 60-40 depending on how you negotiate. And he doesn't really go into a lot of details how you can negotiate, but that's in essence the simple business system that he advocates. The interesting fact is that this is exactly the same system that I have been using for my own business, which is like the badminton academy that I run. So basically I get, other badminton coaches in Singapore. I work with them. Hey, I can find students. I manage the business backend system. You teach the class. Voila. And the difference between what I've been doing versus what Imran advocates is where you find the students. He is a master of Facebook ads. So he tells people, your strategy is to find customers through Facebook ads. Which for me, I started off teaching people or finding customers for free. But I didn't want to spend any money because back then when I first started, I was like a student, so I didn't have a lot of money. So I started without spending a single cent. Eventually, I paid marketing agency about $1,000 a month to help me find customers. Basically, throughout the whole process, I didn't learn how to actually find customers through like social media platforms. And that is why this course kind of made sense to me. If I'm going to pay like $1,000, if I can pay $1,500 and learn it, I can cut out middleman. Makes sense for me. I actually don't know how Facebook ads are done in detail. I understand briefly how the targeting works, and it's always the details that really kind of plagues you, right? So after I finish the program, can I actually replace my marketing agency and run the Facebook ads myself? Absolutely not, but it does give me a slightly clearer idea, and I did make money from my program, from this program, right? After all, the promise of the program isn't that you can replace your marketing agency, but rather the fact that you can grow your own business, be able to sell really well and have your own like business system that earns you money, right? Now let's dive deep into like the pros and cons of his course. So first up, the pros. Can you actually make money? You definitely can make money. Like for me, when I implemented his system, he gave quite a lot of very interesting tools. I used the tools to the bone. His copywriting methods. I didn't create my own picture, which I was supposed to. I used a stock image, and that also got me, I think, about 11 or 12 leads, which I managed to close 2. So that's $900 in 2 weeks, out of which my students actually achieve results. So I was actually kind of coach them for a new business that I was thinking of trying, but I didn't actually pursue it, and I'll talk more about that separately. So you can make money, that's my main point. The second thing that I really like about this course, so pro number 2, is that I think it does a very good job in simplifying and narrowing down the more crucial aspects of starting a low-cost business. In my honest opinion, I think that sales is like the most important thing in the business, or at least a low-cost business, and Imran is a master at salesmanship and marketing. So he is like, what better way to learn than to learn from the senpai himself? So that's why I think if you want to kind of get an idea of marketing and sales, he is really good. So the third thing that I really like about his course was that he gave a lot of helpful tools which I didn't previously know, like how to find like interns for free. Of course, don't mind the headline. So basically it's a platform where you can find interns for free, tools that he used, and that was really interesting and helpful for me. So how do you actually, funnel your Facebook leads in a way that you can contact them easily. And last but not least, he also had very good customer service in the beginning. So that's that's a hint there, right? So in the beginning, whenever I had any problems, you could not contact him directly. He has this like help desk on his website. So you need to submit a ticket, and when you submit a ticket, he will personally reply. When I first started, he replied super fast. Like when I asked him questions, right, within the day itself, he would just reply, and he would make a video reply. So that was how overwhelmed I was with the quality. I was like, wow, video reply by Imran himself.
So, all right, let me take a look at this. Is Imran here, by the way?
Damn, that is good stuff, right? So, because if the master himself teaches me, I'm willing to pay a lot of money to have a Facebook ads expert coach me. And according to him, this support is supposedly lifetime. How much would you pay for a lifetime coach to support you? I would pay a lot. But now let's talk about the problems with his program. So after all, I kind of spent that 2 days boot camp. I went through like 6 months of the program. So that is what I kind of gone through. The first problem that I feel, and this is a very big umbrella bucket, which is that he is not very kind of transparent with the way he does his business policy. So I think the first was the refund criteria. So I think for him, right, his refund criteria has 2 aspects to, or 2 conditions that you can be eligible. So you meet either, you get a refund. So the first condition was that if you do not, so that was called the money back guarantee. So why I felt that was very not transparent was that, during the coaching calls, he says there's a money back guarantee. Guarantee, you're not happy, you get your money back. Guaranteed, you will be, satisfied. And turns out there was a fine print. So what he mean by satisfied, or that the money back guarantee was on the premise that I do not get any leads from this program. So when his assistant told me that I have a money back guarantee, my initial conception was that, if I'm not happy with the course, or it was like a 30-day, 10-day, 20-day kind of money back guarantee, and not on the premise that I first need to complete his entire course, and secondly, not have any leads. The funny thing was that because he advocates like giving free, stuff like, you want a free thumb drive? Sign up for my webinar below. And if you do this kind of free stuff, giveaways on your ads, you are almost certainly guaranteed to get leads into your business. So essentially, the chance of you getting your money back in this aspect is zero. So that wasn't very transparent in the beginning. I mean, he did, his coach did send me like a money back guarantee certificate after. In fact, in my perspective, to be fair, I felt that it was after I made the payment, but then it was around the same minute or a couple minutes plus minus. So that's when I think there was a little bit of discomfort on my end. But that aside, his second criteria was that you make testimony that you have made like $5,000. So you need to prove, or I think show him, that you've made over $5,000 through his program. Make it into a video, show it to him. I don't know if he asks you to prove that you made $5,000, but if you do, he will give you your money as a rebate. So the keyword here is rebate. So I think that is when I'm very, skeptical. Is it going to be a rebate for me to buy something else, or is it like cash? So I asked him, he said cash. I haven't actually kind of told him that I made over $1,500 with similar methods. So I don't know whether he'll give me cash. As of now, no news, which I will update in my subsequent cons. And another reason why I find him lacking in a lot of transparency is that, I didn't like that he uses a lot of hard selling techniques. So like for me, I made a video kind of, I think over here, explaining like the differences between the hard selling technique and the soft selling technique. And Imran uses a lot of hard selling techniques. So at the end of the program, he kind of upsells you to like a premium program, which is the Inner Circle Platinum, what's it called again? So the end of the program, he kind of upsells, it's called the Inner Circle Platinum course. So that course costs $5,000, and if you sign up on the second day of the boot camp, he gives you a $1,500 rebate. So you pay $1,500, he's going to give it to you as rebate. So in total, you pay $3,500. But if you miss signing up on that second day of the boot camp, you know what? You're going to have to pay the full fee of $5,000. But wait, I was thinking maybe if I can try and ask to resit, I could potentially get access to this deal again a second time round, right? But unfortunately, when I tried to ask whether I can resit for the program, I didn't get any reply. I was just told that, it could be full, and then I said, sure, help me sign up. I'd like to sign up. Nothing happens. But the problem I have here is that there is this lack of transparency, that why would the program cost increase from $3,500 to $5,000 the next day? Does that make sense to you? That was not really clear to me, and that is why I wasn't really unhappy. I was really unhappy about this fact. So it was the fact that he used like hard selling techniques and it wasn't very transparent. So it was kind of iffy. Additionally, I think a lot of his programs, the things that he teach, he did not kind of like warn or raise concerns of subsequent problems that you will face down the line in the business. So basically what happened is that, if he said lifetime support, he better jolly well do lifetime support. If like 3 months later I tried to contact him and there was no reply, then that is not lifetime support. So he wasn't transparent that it is for limited time only, or he wasn't honest that it was limited time only. Even though I technically could ask him and he technically could reply me 1 year later. So that lack of being very transparent that, hey, maybe after this program I'll reply you a lot slower, maybe a month, 2 months, that would have been really helpful. That wasn't said, and there were a lot of traps in the business that he did not explicitly say. Like for example, if you're trying to do like a partnership service type businesses, right? One big concern is the operations guy that you partner with, they cheat on you. Like for example, if I run a badminton academy, what if the coach steals my student, right? So in Imran's example, he gave the example of a baking class. What if the baker steals the students and teaches them directly without you, cuts you out because you're the marketing guy, so that the chef can make a lot more money. So Imran teaches to use things like the MOU, which is the Memorandum of Understanding. But the problem with that is that when I check with the legal students and the law professors in SMU, it is not legally enforceable. So it's a deterrent, not a legally binding contract, and a lot of other deeper problems that you will face when you're scaling and trying to build not just having one partner, but let's say hundreds of partners conducting 200 classes in Singapore. What's the problem you're going to face? No mention of that. So while I understand there's a fine balance between streamlining the class versus not being transparent of the difficulty, complexity of scaling the business, that should have been said and mentioned. So again, that wasn't very helpful, that wasn't very nice. And of course, he also did not say that, 2 days program or even a 30 days program is definitely just scratching the tip of the iceberg when it comes to growing and starting your own business. So I've been running my business, my badminton academy, for like over 5 years now, and I'm still learning a lot of things every single year. Maybe every month, new big things will crop up and I will just, whoa, big learning lesson here. Imran does not kind of explicitly kind of say all these things as a coach. So I think that wasn't very transparent as well. And because of all these things, I felt that, hey, I didn't like this whole program, the vibe, the way it was done. And I want to kind of get a refund. And Imran was like, why do you want to get a refund? And I was like, whoa, why is he angry? Then he was basically angry at me for asking him to get a refund for the course. He was like, why do you want to get a refund? And he was using his sales technique, basically a hard selling technique. And if you don't know what hard selling technique is, you can go and check it out over here. He was trying to hard sell me, to convince me, to tell me why I am not deserving of a refund. So he asked me to send him a ticket. I sent a ticket and said, noted that you got leads. And I was like, whoa. You want to try to tell me that you're upset, that I am not eligible for a refund. And that was what kind of made me very, very uncomfortable. Because if you are a teacher, you want to nurture students and help people to kind of learn about their things, the natural thing that you would do is to guide them and help them overcome the problem. So that's when I would talk to let's say if there's a student, in the badminton academy wants a refund, I will ask them, is there an issue? Is there a way we can work things out and help you? Not because I don't want to give you a refund, but it doesn't make business sense for me. So I kind of wanted your understanding in that. And I would definitely not get mad and demand justification and critically analyze why you don't deserve a refund. And that was just a kind of shocking experience. So if you want to try getting your refund if you are signing up for his program, trust me, it's not going to be easy at all. And even if it is, he's a master of marketing, so you want to be very careful about the fine print that he's going to tell you. So just be warned. And more importantly is that this is also evident in the techniques in which he teaches you. So he teaches you hard selling techniques, and he does not say he teaches you hard selling techniques. So if you don't know, really should watch my video on hard versus soft selling techniques to get an idea. So that is one big concern that I have. And at the end of the entire program, he has an upsell, which is his Inner Circle Platinum course. So bear in mind that that program is $3,500 to $5,000, maybe more. But that does not include the Facebook ads that you have to pay, because basically the upsell course is the same thing. Okay, so how do I break this down? Basically, in creating programs for people, there's a couple of categories. Okay, so the cheapest is do it yourself. So I give you a book, you do it yourself. That's like the lowest price item, $20, and do it with you. So I do this program with you. That's when it's like a mid-tier, $1,500. Fine, I'm okay with that. So then there is the end tier, the super premium. So the super premium is like done for you. So done for you is where you can really charge like tens of thousands of dollars, because that's when you're providing like a lot of service. His Inner Platinum Circle program is like a done for you kind of program. So he basically will write those ads for you, kind of like a marketing agency, but you just need to pay a one-time fee for $3,500 to $5,000. He will do it all for you, but just bear in mind that does not include Facebook ads money. So you actually have to come up the money for advertising, and I don't know if there's a cap, there's a budget, and how his service when it comes to managing your campaigns for you. Is it very in-depth? Like would he tell you all the latest Facebook updates like an agency, proper agency, or is it very amateurish, like by a freelancer kind of system, or is it a one-off, I help you set, forget it kind of effort? I have no idea. I do have people that have contacted me on Facebook that have gone through his platinum programs. So that being said, I can do like a video interview to share with you guys if you want. So again, leave that in the comment section below if that interests you. But honestly, you kind of need to listen to who this program is for and who is it not for. So that's really where it's important. So who should take his course? So if you want me to summarize my take on whether would I buy this course, I would personally say that it is a highly overpriced, beginner to low intermediate type of Facebook ads course, plus basic small business course. Like just these two things combined together, that's his program. And I personally find it really expensive to pay $1,500 for this level of content. But that's just me. My advice is I would only recommend people who are not so savvy when it comes to picking up digital marketing, and you are quite established in the sense that you have money to spare, you have a business, brick and mortar business set up, and you're not very savvy when it comes to learning things on your own very quickly. That is when I feel that having a coach like him would make sense. But you need to bear in mind, if you want to sign up for his program, that he is not the most ethical kind of coach. He's not very transparent, quite a hard seller, doesn't disclose a lot of things. So just bear that in mind. That being said, if he could sustain the coaching throughout, the personalized coaching that he gave me, the video reply that he gave me throughout the program, then that would have been super value for money. That would have been worth a lot of money, but unfortunately he didn't in my case. Maybe for other people he did. So just bear in mind if you want to sign up for his program. And who should absolutely not sign up for his program, in my personal opinion, are those students who you don't have a lot of money to spare, you have a lot of energy, you can learn very quickly. Honestly, it would have made a lot of sense if that is your situation. Learn on your own because you don't have a lot of money to spend. In fact, I made a playlist teaching you how you can learn how to start a similar type business for free before I even sign up for his program. So do check it out over here, up here in this bottom left hand corner. Or if you have any questions, you can always just ask me. I'm right here, right? I've signed up for his course. I can kind of guide you a little bit here and there. But of course, you need to understand, if you contact me through informal means or social media, you do not get full-fledged coaching services that Imran does, because that's what he's paid to do. But of course, apart from that, the program that I actually sold during his course, which was a YouTube coaching program. Basically, I taught people how to grow their YouTube channel because I've been doing that for years. That's something that I could do, and that's also one reason why I got results, because first, I have a background in kind of conducting this middleman business service type of deal. I have a lot of experience creating websites, so I created a website within a day. I also managed to, very quickly, when I got ads, I knew how to sell them because I have a lot of experience, or have some experience closing people to get them to come to my stuff, and then actually conducting a full-fledged 1-hour webinar and convincing them why they should buy from me. So I have those experience under my belt. If you don't have those experiences, then of course it's not going to be anywhere near as easy for you to convince people to pay you $300, $600, $900. So because I have those experiences, that helped me tremendously when I was learning from Imran. So I want you to kind of know that it's not going to be a 30-day thing. It's going to be a decade-long thing that you constantly have to learn and get better at. So if you want to call him a scam, that's not true at all, because he technically does teach you things and provide a good service in the beginning. So yeah, not a scam, but very expensive. That's my take. That being said, I hope this comprehensive review has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to create a Telegram group chat so you can kind of connect with me in the Telegram group chat below. I'm happy to help you. If you want some sort of coaching, I don't do Facebook ads coaching because I'm not a master at it. For YouTube, I kind of do it, but I don't want to hard sell because that's really not my style. Very different way of doing things. So if you have signed up for any other boot camps or programs and you would like to kind of talk about it, chat with me about it, I would love to kind of trade information, especially property investing type of courses. You know, the famous one that psst. So if you want more people to know about Imran's work, please help me to share this video so that they know exactly what they're paying for. Thank you. And do bear in mind, I kind of left out a huge segment of what value was I kind of going after when I tried to sign up for his course, because I didn't want to bore you guys, because that's my own personal agenda and reason, and whether I got my true value that I initially wanted. If you want to hear that story again, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.